Hey friends! It is a new school year. I am in a new residence hall room because we're not supposed to be calling them dorms. And it is not a triple anymore, so I actually have space to live. Yay! Anyway, I just want to talk about a couple of things, both fandom related and not, before I go on to Act 2. So, first couple of big things are, I am so excited for the new cast. I know this is like totally old news and stuff, but Hugh Panaro has come back, and he's with Sarah Jean Ford, and I've never seen her, but I've heard good things, so I can't wait to go see them eventually when I get back from studying abroad. Also, since I will be in Europe, I am super excitedly, amazingly, awesomely excited for John Owen Jones to be coming back, because he's one of my favorite, actually both of them are like one of my favorite fandoms, two of my favorite fandoms. Yay, grammar! And I'm just so excited I can't speak proper English, because I'm just really happy that they're back, and I can't wait to go see them both. So aside from the fact that the exchange rate is still terrible and I'm going to be dirt poor after coming back, I'm super excited to go see them lots, and my parents are starting to think I'm crazy. Oh well, I just won't tell them I'm going. Anyway, and then the other non-fandom related thing that I wanted to talk about was this new, actually it's not new, this book series that I started reading that's amazing, and it is The Hunger Games. If anyone has read it, the series, the last one, it's The Hunger Games, then Catching Fire, then Mockingjay. If you read it, leave a comment and say what you thought of it, because I thought it was amazing. If you've ever seen or read or heard of Battle Royale from Japan, it is similar in fashion to that, where there's like a bunch of people that have to kill each other, but this is a little bit different. It's about like a post-apocalyptic United States, and there's 12 districts, and the beautiful capital holds the Hunger Games every year, where a boy and a girl tribute from each district have to fight to the death, and it's pretty intense and awesome, and I got it, and I read it till like 4 in the morning and was ridiculously tired the next day, but it was so worth it. So yeah, totally recommend this book. Completely awesome. Do it. I just do that so you can see the author, because she is freaking great. Yeah, so read it or give me your opinion on it. And give me your opinion about the new cast choices for Phantom. So, and now we have gotten to Masquerade, which is pretty awesome, and I think you miss a little bit of the awesomeness in the movie, just because the costumes are so, like, they're really weird in the stage show, but they're so awesomely weird, not in like a creepy weird way. I mean, there's like a monkey and, you know, like this, just, I'm trying to think of all the costumes, because there's all of these different names for them, like the Triangle Girl, which is Christine's understudy that plays the triangle. And I think my favorite costume in Masquerade is the guy that has half his costume is a guy's costume and half of it is like a dress. Freaking sweet. Yeah, and I love Christine's costume. I like it in the movie, but I really love the stage show. It's just so pretty. And all my friends, every time they watch the movie or I show them the stage show, they're like, why is Raoul's jacket like not on? You know what? I don't know, but it looks good that way, so whatever. So, you know, Masquerade, it's just like a light, fun number, and they're all celebrating because the Phantom hasn't been around for a while, and then it's like this nice, they're all celebrating, and BAM! Phantom appears on the staircase as Red Death, and it's just, his costume is like so fantastically outlandish that, like, it's just cool. I guess in the movie you kind of just really notice him because he's the only one in a color besides Christine. Ooh, symbolism. But he's such a presence in the stage show, and I don't know why this is so awesome, but I really like how he always walks down the stairs to the beat of the song. Just adds to it. And I like the way it's set up in the stage show better, where, you know, this chandelier crashes, so he gets to say, remember, there are worse things than a shattered chandelier, because I think that's more of a threat than him just standing there being like, with his sword. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. His exit is pretty fabulous too, although it's kind of funny to watch on like the Broadway show, because the spark isn't really as big, and you can see him throw his cape up and the spark go, but then you can see somebody throw a sheet over him and like push him off stage because they don't use the trapdoor anymore. They do in London, so it looks really cool then. And I was watching, when I saw the tour with Tim Martin Gleason, the freaking like thing is like a huge firework. To cover it up, I guess, it's just, it was like ridiculous. I was like, I don't understand how these things don't catch on fire, because that spark was like, wow. And then I like the simplified short version of Madame Giry's tale. I don't like how they changed it in the movie to him growing up in the opera house, because I think that's stupid. But I like the whole, the world forgot him, but I never can, for in this darkness I've seen him again. That sort of lyric is just really cool. I also forgot to mention in Angel of Music, I always like the change that Meg has, that's I've watched your face from the shadows, distant through all the applause, I hear your voice in the darkness, yet the words aren't yours. I just think that's really creepy and cool at the same time, as opposed to just like talking in riddles. I don't know. It just gives the Phantom more of like an essence, I guess, or just shows how much control he has over her. Anyway, back to Act 2. Notes 2. I love Notes. It's just, they're so funny. The managers are just, I love them. And so I like the voiceovers when they're reading the notes too, so that's why I like Notes better. And then I love Christine's wishing dress. It's like one of the fan favorites, I think, and it's just so pretty, and I feel like you get to know Raoul so much better in the stage show, and Patrick Wilson did a good job of making him be noble, but he just is, I don't know, it just has more of a presence in the stage show. So I like when she's like almost freaking out and like, I'll go mad, Raoul, I'm frightened, don't make me do this part. Yeah, and she's like clutching him and like holding on to him, and she like freaks out and is like, I can't, which makes more sense than her just agreeing. And then I like how she kind of is resigned and comes in during the rehearsal, and people never get the rehearsal either. They're like, what is this? Why are they singing so bad? I'm like, just wait. And then the piano plays by itself and they all sing perfectly. Yep. And I like the inclusion of the scarf in her outfit when she's wearing the cloak, because that, I think, is really important to show that she's still holding on to her past and to Raoul, so that, you know, that's just really, really important to her. And I just feel like it emphasizes the fact that she still has that connection to Raoul. And then we get to The Graveyard, Wishing You Were Some Out Here Again, which is a beautiful song. I think they do really well with the staging, because it's really hard for somebody to just be on stage, and she doesn't really have many props or anything to work with. She has like the grave in the background and her scarf. So that scene's pretty sparse. Like in Think of Me, she has her scarf to play with and stuff. So she kind of, I've seen a couple of Christines play with the scarf. Tristan Moldovan uses it a lot. And then I love how the Phantom like steps out from behind the cross and does Wandering Child, and his hat is like my favorite thing ever. That is my favorite fedora that he wears, with the feathers and stuff. And I like the London trio better than the Broadway. I mean, you can hear the Broadway duet better, but I think the whole like love triangle presented thing is pretty important to the show. So I always liked that. I always think it's really sad when Raoul is like, this man, this thing is not your father, because he's not a thing, he's a person that has emotions and feelings. And then the fire staff with Bravo Monsieur is pretty sweet. And oh my god, at the end when he's like, now let it be war upon you both. The freaking fire, the last 2 times I've seen it, I've been in the front mezzanine, and you can feel the flames. I can't imagine being in the front row of the audience. Like, my eyebrows would be singed off or something. That is intense. Like, fire, oh my god. I don't know how things are not blowing up in the theater when this happens, because it's just intense.